Greetings, my beautiful family. How are you all doing? I hope you are doing great. Let's make mchicha, which is East African Swahili spinach and other vegetables in a sauce braised in coconut milk. So good. Let's talk about the ingredients. We need fresh spinach, 2 bell peppers, 1 onion, some chilies, 2 large carrots, 1/4 cup of green peas. And for the spices and seasonings, I have first green cardamom pods turned into powder, white pepper, salt to taste, vegetable bouillon, garlic powder, 1.5 tablespoons of cold pressed coconut oil, coconut milk, 1 cup of white vinegar to pickle some vegetables with. I have 1 teaspoon of sugar right into the vinegar, followed by 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Let's bring our pickling solution to a boil. My very first encounter with mchicha was in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, when my family and I recently visited the country. We ordered it as a side dish, accompanying some rice dishes and other protein. Now, one thing I noticed is that the dish was extremely rich because of the presence of the coconut milk. So I thought through how I can bring in another flavor profile to cut through some of that richness the coconut milk presented. And that's when the idea of pickling came to mind. And knowing pickling offers acidity, it dawned on me the dish was missing that acid that makes your mouth water, leaving you wanting more. So although the pickling is my own little clever twist and obviously optional, I'm recommending it highly as that je ne sais quoi element. So far, we're pickling some of our bell peppers, 1/2 of the amount, as well as 1/2 of the amount of the carrots. Now we're going to saute some onions and get them mchicha cooking. We need some oil to begin with. Then add the onions, the carrots, the unpickled bell peppers, season with your salt, your bouillon, and also the pinch of cardamom powder. Saute for 2 minutes or until you see the sugars from the vegetables starting to coat the pan. And that is all flavors, so that should make you very happy. Now you're gonna come in with some garlic powder. If you have fresh garlic, that's even better. Then go in with your chopped chili, whose seeds were removed to tone down the heat. This is also a good time to go in with your white pepper. At this stage of the cooking, we need to go in with some coconut milk, the moisture we need to begin deglazing the pan in order to remove those sugars that have coated the pan. Add some more coconut milk if needed. And the pan is beautifully deglazed. Next step is to add the spinach. The spinach, once it comes into contact with heat, will begin to naturally release moisture, potentially causing a soupy mchicha, which is not our goal today. So the way to curb that is to crank your heat level up, all right? Take it all the way up so that that moisture that gets released will also reduce. Everything is looking good. It's wilted down beautifully. There's not too much broth around it because the heat is on high, and so it's getting reduced, and that's exactly what we're going for, friends. Here comes the peas. Stir that in. The peas don't take too long to cook, and you most absolutely do not want to overcook peas. So once you stir that in, the residual heat in the pan will heat them up, and that's pretty much all you need to do to the peas. An optional step would be to add some fresh onions to introduce another layer of texture, because so far everything in there has a soft one-tone texture. And now it's also a good time to add the rest of the coconut milk. And with the heat level all the way up, it will help to reduce the coconut milk as well, so your mchicha is not soupy. And I've also added some more chilies and left the heads on to prevent the mchicha from becoming too spicy. Now it's also a good time to go in with your pickled vegetables. Now the way to do this is to pick the vegetables from the pickling solution. So we want to avoid adding too much of the pickled solution into the mchicha. Why? Because we have cream in there. The coconut is a non-dairy cream which can curdle when it comes into contact with too much acid. Stir it in and your mchicha is as good as done. You're ready to serve. Now this mchicha recipe is vegan, as you may have already noticed. So to you vegans out there, you would totally love these flavors. It is also very nutritious for even those who are not vegans or vegetarians. And we served it today over some marage, which is beans in Swahili, and some rice as well. And the rice was also cooked with some coconut cream. Such perfection on a plate, friends. You try this recipe, you will come back testifying it is one of the best things I have ever had. The flavors, they work so well. A true symphony of multiple layers of exciting flavors. So y'all, this is a vegan dish. So for you vegans and vegetarians out there, you're gonna love this dish. Spinach itself has very little flavor. It can be sweet, but very mild tones of sweetness. And then we have the coconut milk, which brings that richness needed, much needed in this dish. But the richness needs to be toned down a bit. And that's where the pickled vegetables come in. A clever twist to this classic recipe that works, if I do say so myself. You must try it. Until we meet again, friends, thank you so much for watching. Make it a great day and have fun, especially in that kitchen. And yes, we're still having fun in that kitchen. Love you all. Thank you, beautiful person, for watching the video all the way to the end. Kindly leave me a comment and subscribe down below. And don't forget to share the video as well. Also, watch more videos. It is chop time. And here in Anaba's kitchen, chop time is always yes, friends. So pull up a chair. We are all friends and family here.